40 Below Fruity. My 6-year vegan anniversary just passed. 6 years ago, I went cold turkey, 100% vegan, and it is the best decision I've ever made. And while 40 Below Fruity really focuses on raw food in cold climates, I think there's something even more important than raw food, and that is being vegan. Now, in the beginning, my friends and family were constantly saying, oh, she'll grow out of it. This is just a phase. This is just a new diet Tara's trying. But this has really stuck true with my lifestyle. I believe in veganism, and I believe it is the single most important thing you can do for your health, for the planet, and for the animals. So in celebration of my 6-year vegan anniversary, I wanted to share the story of how I became vegan. How I went from the run-of-the-mill meat eater. I was so obsessed with protein. I drank protein shakes for breakfast and lunch every single day, and I was all about muscle building and really getting in the protein, to all of a sudden switching to a vegan diet literally overnight. It was just before New Year's, and I had hit an all-point low in my lifestyle. I'd eaten about half to a full cheesecake one night when I was drunk, didn't even realize it. I was overweight, unhappy, depressed, I had acne, I had so many problems I was dealing with, and I was desperate for a change, but I didn't know I was going to make such a drastic change. So I was going out to the movies with a friend one night. We happened to miss the movie, but there happened to be a Chapters bookstore right beside the movie theater. And we were working there, and a couple weeks before, a book had just come out for the first time called Skinny Bitch. And when I first saw it, I went, yeah, that's right. I want to be skinny. That's my goal. That's my passion, my purpose in life, is to be as skinny as possible. So I put the book on hold, and of course I didn't want to make any dietary changes, but I thought if I put the book on hold it would help me get skinnier. But then that night, because we had time before the movie started, I decided to pick it up. I started reading it, and the style of the book instantly resonated with me because I love the no bullshit approach. They were funny, they were sarcastic, witty, and I just started reading it and instantly loved it. They talked about caffeine, they talked about sugar, they talked about what to do for your health, and to just cut out the crap and live a lifestyle that is healthy. But little did I know it was about to talk about animals. So I brought the book to the till. I went, you know what, I'm going to buy this. I really, really like the style. Brought it to the till, and the girl at the checkout said, look, Tara, you don't want to buy this book. It's going to make you go vegan. And I laughed in her face, and I said, me vegan? Yeah, right. Never going to happen. No book could ever make me go vegan. So I bought it with that in mind. I just thought I'm going to get skinny, and that's it. So that night, I was so intrigued, and I love reading, so I stayed up all night reading this book, Skinny Bitch. I laughed, I cried, and my whole world changed. Everything I thought I knew about dieting, everything I thought I knew about living a healthy lifestyle, everything I thought I knew about animals completely changed overnight. Before I bought this book, I remember making a joke and saying, you know, I wouldn't eat chickens if they weren't so stupid. And from what I knew, I didn't care about animals at all. I was a total meat junkie, and I loved everything about meat. So fast forward to the next morning, I wake up and I walk downstairs and I start reading the labels on everything in my kitchen. And my mom goes, Tara, what are you doing? And I went, I can't eat anything in this house. None of this food is any good. And she went, what are you talking about? I went, I'm vegan now. And she just looked at me like I had 4 eyes. What on earth is a vegan, and why would you become one? And so I had to go and I had to buy a whole load of groceries. I got soy milk and non-dairy cheeses and fake meats and everything that I thought I was supposed to buy as a vegan. One thing that I really remember is that I was so excited to finally get the toxins out of my body. Once I understood that a vegan diet is the healthiest diet for humans, I was just thrilled. I couldn't wait to start, and each meal was a joy for me to eat. I made a whole batch of peanut butter chocolate chip cookies and ate like 30 cookies in one sitting because I thought that was healthy because they were plant-based. But the joy couldn't be taken away even after feeling sick from eating something like cookies all night. I did lose a lot of friends because I had gone from a normal person to all of a sudden I had this passion, I had this awakening in my body, in my mind that I'd never experienced before. And people didn't really know how to take it. They were confused. Now my friends understand and my family understands. If not accepting it, they at least get what I'm doing. But at the time, it just shocked everyone so much they didn't even know what to think of it. I instantly noticed some weight loss, some of my skin clearing up, and my digestion improved so much. I literally thought there was something wrong with me, so I had to Google bowel movements on a vegan diet because I had never ever in my life experienced such a feeling of lightness before. And it was incredible that going vegan was that simple. By reading the book Skinny Bitch, I really realized that I care about animals. And I had no idea that this was in me, but I remembered a time when I was younger when I used to go fishing with my father. And I used to love the act of fishing because it was a bonding time. But I didn't realize that to get the fish from the lake to your plate that you had to kill it in the process. So I was about 5 years old when I first made this connection towards the fact that animals are not meant for food, and you're meant to have compassion towards other living beings. And I remember seeing my dad take the fish out and whacking it on the head with a hammer, and it just devastated me. I could not control myself. I was crying. I went, "What are you doing to the fish?" And he goes, that's what you do. That's how you eat a fish. And from that moment on, I never ate fish. And now I actually love fish more than any other animal. And it's provoked this passion in me for working with Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. But I really ignited something when I read Skinny Bitch that night. And then I started devouring everything I could find on veganism. I read every book, everything I could find. I went to vegan forums. I called people I knew who talked about veganism. And I started to have little vegan parties. And the whole point of this story is just to show you that if I could go vegan, I was a meat junkie, a protein junkie, then anybody can go vegan, and it's really not that hard. And these past 6 years have been the best 6 years of my life. I found my passion through 40 Below Fruity. I've been able to help so many people. I've been able to help animals, and I've connected to them in a completely different way. And of course, everyone's so concerned about where you're going to get your protein. Something to think about if you're worried about protein is that the time in a human's life where you are growing your most is when you're a baby, and human breast milk is only 5% protein. Also, the World Health Organization has stated that a healthy adult female needs between 30 and 50 grams of protein a day, healthy adult male between 40 and 70 grams of protein a day. So we don't need as much as you think, and actually I have noticed so many benefits by being a plant-based eater and lowering the amount of protein in my diet. It's actually done my body better. I am so happy that I chose to live compassionately. It's the most important thing in my life now. If you're looking for some resources, one of the best resources I think is a movie called Forks Over Knives. And then if you're looking for a book, Skinny Bitch is what I recommend over anything else. How long have you been vegan? Tell me in the comments below, what made you go vegan? Was it Skinny Bitch? Because I know there's a lot of you out there who read that book and then the whole life changed from it. So if you guys like this video, press the like button down below and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow.